What kind of man walks away from his wife and children just 5 days after she becomes paralyzed? Today, we have an especially moving story for you, one that will surely touch your heart. It's the story of Fiona Kelly, a woman who was abandoned by her own husband after a tragic accident left her paralyzed. But that wasn't the end of her story. Fiona took an unexpected revenge and found a way to come back stronger than ever. Stay with us to find out how Fiona turned her life around and ultimately triumphed. Fiona seemed to live the perfect life. As a dedicated teacher and mother of 4 beautiful children, her days were full of love and happiness. By her side stood Richard, her husband, whom she had loved since their university days. They were the perfect couple, inseparable, always there for each other. Their wedding was a grand celebration where they looked deeply into each other's eyes and exchanged vows, a symbol of their unwavering love. In 14 years of marriage, they fulfilled many dreams and built a happy family. Fiona was a devoted mother who dedicated every day to her children. But their picture-perfect family life was nothing more than an illusion, which would soon come crashing down like a house of cards. Fate struck unexpectedly and cruelly. One day, while rushing down the stairs, Fiona fell badly. Her son found her unconscious at the bottom of the staircase and immediately called for help. The fall led to a severe stroke, leaving Fiona paralyzed from the waist down. Richard couldn't cope with the fact that a fall had left his wife permanently disabled. Just 18 months earlier, she had survived a car accident that had already weakened her spine. Doctors explained that the blood flow to her spinal cord was so poor that Fiona would never walk again. This news crushed all hope of a quick recovery. Fiona was devastated. Her greatest fear was that she wouldn't be able to care for her children. But the worst was yet to come. She was certain that Richard would stand by her in this dark time. But just 5 days after the accident, when she needed him the most, Richard left her and the children without a word of explanation. The man she had once shared her deepest dreams with turned out to be a cowardly traitor. Fiona felt helpless, useless, and was on the verge of giving up. But her love for her children kept her going. She knew she had to be strong for them even as her own world was falling apart. When Fiona left the hospital in a wheelchair, she was filled with shame and despair. She felt like everyone was staring at her and judging her. But amid the darkness, she found unexpected motivation. Other patients in the hospital encouraged her and inspired her to face the challenges ahead. The moment she managed to take a few steps again with the help of parallel bars ignited a fierce determination inside her. Fiona started looking for a personal trainer. Many turned her down until she met Keith, a handsome rugby player who also worked as a fitness trainer in his spare time. Keith was more than just a trainer. He became a hero in Fiona's darkest hour. He saw her determination and was impressed by her unbreakable will. Keith committed himself to helping her, devoting much of his time to her recovery. Under his guidance, Fiona made incredible progress. During their training sessions, a deep connection grew between them, and they eventually fell in love. Keith wasn't just her trainer. He became a strong shoulder she could lean on in her most difficult moments. The man who helped her recover, both physically and emotionally. Fiona's love for Keith became the flame that gave her the strength to keep fighting. She had not only found a supporter, but a soulmate who stood by her when she needed someone the most. Keith became a part of her family, bringing love and hope back into Fiona's life. Richard had abandoned her when she needed him the most, and Fiona couldn't just let that go. But she didn't seek revenge in a cruel or bitter way. Instead, she decided to show Richard that she was strong, that she could live without him and build a better future for herself and her children. Fiona began to work on herself. She completed her therapy with Keith, found new energy, and took charge of her life. She set new goals, pursued further education, and even began working as a motivational coach for others with disabilities. Her story spread, and she became a symbol of strength and perseverance. When Richard found out what Fiona had achieved, he could hardly believe it. He saw how she had overcome her physical limitations and built a successful life and career. Fiona didn't just survive, she truly lived. She was strong, independent, and happier than ever. Richard realized he had lost the most incredible woman of his life because he was too weak to stand by her. Fiona had taken her ultimate revenge by creating a better life for herself and her children. She proved she was stronger than Richard had ever imagined. Her triumph was her best revenge, and she showed the world that true strength and determination can overcome anything. Would the person you love stay by your side if you could no longer walk? Share your thoughts and feelings in the comments. Thank you for watching.